everyone, Queen Puff Gaming here, and today I'm back with another pickups video. I'm pretty excited for this one because I actually bought two new Final Fantasy games since I've been playing the remake of 7, and I had to get these into my collection because I'm such a huge fan of Final Fantasy. So the first one I got is Crisis Core for the PSP. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII begins 7 years before the start of Final Fantasy VII and encompasses the events that take place until just before its beginning. The game's hero is Zack Fair, who was a minor character in Final Fantasy VII and a previous owner of the Buster Sword before Cloud Strife. He is a soldier working for the Shinra Electric Power Company under director Lazar de Surius. The game tells the tale of Zack's battle against the villainous soldier defector Genesis Rhapsodus and the other products of the Genova project. You meet many characters along the way, such as Tifa, Cloud and Aerith, who make their first appearances and are of course key to the game Final Fantasy VII. Zack is such an important character to the series, which makes me so glad that they decided to give him a full game, turning him from a sideshow to an actual unforgettable experience. Critics praised this game, its gameplay and a unique background story. I've played it a ton when I first got my PSP, now years later I had to pick it up once more. With the remake of Final Fantasy VII, this is a great way to start Zack's story all over again. Guys, this is an absolute must-have for Final Fantasy lovers, especially lovers of Final Fantasy VII. The prequel is highly rated amongst reviewers and still holds up well today. Got a PSP? Go check this one out right now.
Damn it. You're not the only hero.
It's over.
The second one I have is Dirge of Cerberus, also Final Fantasy VII game. It is actually a sequel. Dirge of Cerberus Final Fantasy VII is a game part of the compilation of Final Fantasy VII set 3 years after the original and 1 year after Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. It is a third-person shooter co-developed with Monolith Soft and is the only game of that genre in the Final Fantasy series. The game reveals more about Vincent Valentine's past and tells the story of his battle against a group of soldiers known as Deep Ground. Dirge of Cerberus is a third-person shooter RPG, and the game consists of 10 chapters with stages in each. Players will primarily play as Vincent, though on one occasion Cait Sith is also playable. In comparison to the rest of the compilation of Final Fantasy VII that focuses on reality, life and the environment, Dirge of Cerberus focuses on the future, death and the uncertainty of existence. In contrast with the original game's organic and natural elements, Dirge has a manpower-driven setting where magic is no longer used out of ecological concern. Themes of horror are explored through a dissonant and psychological angle, likely to match other contemporaries' experiments in survival horror, such as Halo and Resident Evil 4. Dirge of Cerberus explores Final Fantasy VII darker aspects through violence and warfare, and inhumane experimentation that focuses on the survival of the fittest. I had to pick this one up because I played the remake recently, and what together with the PSP game Crisis Core, I had to play this again. I played it years back on a PS2, couldn't really get into it, but I decided to give it another try, and I've been playing it a little bit lately, and I can tell you right now that it feels much better than when I played it before. So I do highly recommend this one if you're into the Final Fantasy series, and of course if you are into Final Fantasy VII, this is great to add to your collection so that you may have all 3 games and, you know, play the prequel, play the original and play somewhat of the sequel. The third one is Children of Morta for the Nintendo Switch. The Bergson family has watched over Mount Morta for generations as the guardians of the mystical mountain. They now face their most dangerous trial as a family. Corruption has spread, morphing the once peaceful mountain into a violent and monster-infested nightmare. Experience what it means to be in a family of heroes. Take part in their journey, their struggles, and their victories. Witness the love for each other unmatched by even the gods themselves. Fight through hordes of unfathomable beasts as you explore the darkest depths of this ever-changing mountain. Gorgeous and breathtaking procedurally generated dungeons guarantee a unique experience every time you leave the safety of the Bergsons' house in pursuit of the truth behind the corruption. Children of Morta is a story-driven hack-and-slash game with roguelite elements where you help the family of Bergsons defend Mount Morta against the corruption. Of course I had to pick this one up, Trials of Mana. According to Trials of Mana's in-game lore, the goddess of Mana created the game's world by forging the powerful sword of Mana and defeating the 8 benevolents with it, sealing them within 8 Mana stones before turning herself into the Mana tree and falling asleep. The game is set at a time when mana starts to fade and peace has ended, as some people plot to unleash the benevolence from the stones in order to gain ultimate power, both politically and magically. The game features 3 lengthy main plot lines, 6 different characters each with their own storylines, and a wide range of classes to choose from, which provides each character with an exclusive set of skills and a status progression. Trials also employs a calendar function into its gameplay. The 7-day week cycles much more quickly than an actual one. A day passes in a number of minutes, but it still affects gameplay in certain ways. Each day of the week is represented by a different elemental spirit, and on that spirit's day, magic of that element will be slightly stronger. For example, Luna Day, Moon magic is stronger, Salamander Day, Fire magic is stronger, and Undying Day, Water magic is stronger. Trials of Mana acts very much like its predecessor, Secret of Mana, as it employs a real-time combat system, making use of a ring menu which provides the player with quick access to magic, items, and character information, amongst other options. One of its main differences, though, is that the range of characters is doubled to 6, with the player choosing the 3 members of his or her party when commencing a new game. Now, guys, I love me some Secret of Mana, Trials of Mana. I think I played all the Mana games actually, but this remake, it looks so gorgeous. I love what they did with the graphics. I love what they did with they put the Japanese voices into it, because I love playing with Japanese voices. This is definitely for me one of the best pickups of this year already. I highly recommend it. And last but not least, Mystical Ninja starring Goeamon. This was one of my favorite games to play as a kid, and I still love it to pieces today. So when I found this one in the gaming store, I seriously had to pick it up. To me, this is one of the greatest platformers of all time. With its quirky, lovable, funny characters and charming aesthetics, it still gives me such good vibes playing this little big gem. The story follows Goeamon's struggles to prevent the Peach Mountain Shogun's gang from turning Japan into a westernized fine arts theater. The plot calls for 3 cinematic musical features and battles between giant robots. It is peppered with surrealist humor and anacronyms. Mystical Ninja starring Goeamon sold nearly 200,000 copies worldwide, and reviewers praised its graphics, gameplay, and humorous plot. You navigate through forests, fields, dungeons, and other 3-dimensional models of feudal Japanese places. Goeamon and his friends can walk or run, jump, attack, and use special abilities to cross terrain, pick up money, and defeat enemies. Players control only 1 of 4 characters at a time, but you can cycle through them with the press of a button. This game is so great. I love Goeamon. I played Goeamon for the SNES. I played the first Goeamon. This is actually the second one on the N64, and I highly recommend you pick this one up if you are into the N64 games. It's so solid. Now these were the 5 games I picked up recently. I am so blessed that I could still pick up some games, whether it be online or in the shop that I usually go to. This whole crisis is holding everybody in its grip, and you know, gaming makes us all a bit happier. I'm just glad that we can still play video games. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I hope you guys stay safe and have a great day. Queen Puff Gaming out.
We go. don't you know, no more art. And as you look to the horizon, not a cloud, but then stormy weather's go too cold. Seems like it crept up out of nowhere, all around you. It's not what to foretold. You never see it come down.